Welcome back to Zoo City Gaming. Here we have episode 4 in my first series of Planet Zoo. So here I'm thinking that I'm not actually happy with the way that the building is. I can't seem to figure out how to build on the grid. So I decided to demolish that and then start again and see if I can, make something a bit better and something somehow. I'm not too sure. There's a few different attempts, so this is not the first one. This is not the second one. And then I think I had to try another 2 times before I settle on something that is okay. In the end, I don't end up doing like an upper level. I just do a ground level facility zone. I wanted to actually try and do something a bit different, but my skill level at the moment isn't great, so yeah, I couldn't figure it out. And then that first keeper hut was sitting up a little bit too high, and I don't know why, and I couldn't figure it out. And then went to readjust it, and the pathway mucked up on me, and so I was like, okay, what can I do? So I went to change it. Here I'm trying to do another uppercase a different way to see if that will help. In the end, I put the 3 largest buildings on the bottom here, and then I go and put the smaller buildings on the top. From the get-go, I thought I had the angles right for those buildings on the top, but they're actually on a slight angle, and it just didn't look right to me, so I didn't like that. But they all ended up on the same grid, which was a good thing. But I just wasn't happy with the result that it came out with, and I was having a little bit of issue with the pathing, but did get that sorted. But as I said, even though I thought it was on the grid really well, these pieces just did not go together very well at all. I wasn't happy with it. As you can see, it was off there, and I was like, nah, starting again. So I scrapped the idea of doing the top, but not until after I've tried fixing the problem, looking at the problem, and then trying to fix it again. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and get the same result, well, that's a bit silly. So I was like, I'm not silly, so I decided to scrap it. So I ended up just doing the base level building, and then I got rid of the pathway upstairs and decided to just put those 4 smaller buildings at the back of these ones and have a ground level. And then I realized that the power doesn't reach all this way, so then I have to add a power outlet, not an outlet, what is it? A power source, and then I think I even add a water source one as well. So I put them all at the back of this building, and then I just build around that, and it worked out quite well. I was quite happy with it. The pathing worked a little bit better down here than it did up the top. It still had a little issue, but I got there quite easily and quite quick, a lot quicker than when it was trying to build a second story. So it turns out a lot better here. As you can see, it's fitting so much easier and quicker. I was so much more happier with it. I was going to do a angled roof, then I decided against it, and then I just go with a flat roof. I think I'd just go with the Australian rusted corrugated iron roof, which I think looks quite good. And then I wanted to duplicate it, and for some reason it didn't want to let me duplicate it fully, and I had a few issues there. So then I just did it one at a time and did it singularly, so it ended up working out alright. A bit odd looking in places, but all is good. I think it looks alright. Here I put in the power source and a water source. I should have just left it in that spot, but no, I had to try and move it around, and I couldn't get in that spot, so then I have to put it at the opposite side. Thanks for watching. Bye.